In this video by The Daily Eco, we'll explore the formation, eruption, and impact of volcanoes around the world, shedding light on their role in shaping our planet.
What are volcanoes? A volcano can be defined as a rupture in the Earth's crust through which magma or molten rock is expelled. This eruption takes the form of hot lava, volcanic ash, and gases from the interior of the Earth. They usually form on the edge of tectonic plates. They are made up of lava flows and fragmented material, but they can form in different ways depending on location. The conical mountain-type volcano is perhaps the most recognizable. How is a volcano formed? As we indicated, there are different ways by which a volcano can form depending on where it is located and other factors. However, the steps leading to formation are generally the same. Continental boundary volcanoes. Continental boundary volcanoes are formed when the subduction process occurs. This happens when a denser oceanic plate subducts to a thinner continental plate. In this process, the subducted material melts, forming magma that will rise through fissures to be expelled to the outside, forming the volcano. Mid-ocean ridge volcanoes. As the name suggests, oceanic ridge volcanoes occur in the ocean. They form when the tectonic plates separate and create an opening through which the magma generated in the upper mantle emerges. The majority of volcanic activity is submarine, forming a new sea floor. Lastly, there are hotspot volcanoes. These are those generated by the ascending magma plumes that cross the crust and accumulate in ocean beds, forming land masses such as the Hawaiian Islands. We can say that volcanoes can be of different types according to some characteristics of their formation, such as the place or the exact process, but there are aspects of volcanic formation which are common to them all. Discover our guide to the world's most dangerous volcanoes in the info video above. Before we continue, let's put you to the test. Through which part of the volcano does the lava reach the outside? A. Crater and fissures, B. Magmatic chamber, or C. Neither of the above. Think about your answer and check back at the end of the video to see if you're right. Steps of the formation of volcanoes. Regardless of the way a volcano forms, they follow the same general steps, which are: at highly elevated temperatures, magma forms inside the planet. This rises to the top of the Earth's crust. It exits through fissures in the Earth's crust and through the main crater in the form of an eruption. Finally, pyroclastic materials accumulate on the surface of the Earth's crust, forming the main volcanic cone. How a volcanic eruption occurs. The eruption is one of the main characteristics of volcanoes that help us to classify and study them. We can find three different types of volcanic eruption mechanism. A magmatic eruption is produced by the release of the gas contained within the magma by a decompression effect. This causes the density to fall, making it possible for the magma to exit in an upwards direction. A phreatomagmatic eruption occurs when magma cools once it comes in contact with water. When this collision occurs with the magma, there is an explosive increase at the surface and the magma is fractionated. And finally, we have the phreatic eruption, which occurs when the water in contact with the magma evaporates. Thanks to the evaporation, surrounding materials and particles are expelled. When this happens, only the magma remains. Going back to the question we asked you before, do you have your answer ready? The correct answer is A. The volcano mainly expels lava and other materials through the crater, but fissures also form in other parts of the volcano where these materials come out.
Now that we have delved into the process of volcano formation, let's embark on a closer examination of the 6 main components that make up these remarkable geological wonders. In general terms, volcanoes have 6 parts, but many more could be detailed. We will start from its lowest part, the magma chamber. This can be defined as a huge deposit at great depths where magma accumulates, which is a mass of molten rock that rises to the surface during an eruption. Conduit. The conduit is the pathway that links the magma chamber to the outside world. When a volcano erupts, magma flows upward through this conduit. The intense pressure created by the rising magma can cause the chimney to rupture, resulting in fragments of rock being carried along during the eruption. Volcanic cone. The volcanic cone is formed by the buildup of solidified lava from multiple eruptions that have taken place over a period of time. The thickness and size of the volcanic cone can vary depending on the number of eruptions it has experienced. Furthermore, the type of lava expelled during the eruptions determines the different types of cones, ultimately giving rise to various kinds of volcanoes. Stratovolcanoes are characterized by their composite structure, which consists of alternating layers of lava and rock. Cinder cone volcanoes are formed from volcanic scoria, which is composed of larger fragments than ash. Scoria cones tend to have a steep slope and a conical shape. Additionally, secondary cones can form on a volcano when solidified lava accumulates on the main cone, and these secondary cones may have their own internal conduit connected to the primary conduit. But before we continue, let us put you to the test. Where do volcanoes typically form? Along the boundaries of tectonic plates? In the middle of a tectonic plate? None of the above. Think about it carefully, because at the end of the video you can check if you were right. Fissures. Fissures are openings or gaps that can be found in a volcano's cone. They serve as pathway for the eruption of lava. These cracks form when the immense pressure from gases and magma during an eruption causes the volcano to rupture. Crater. The crater is an opening located at the top of the volcano. Throughout this opening, lava, gases, and other volcanic materials are expelled during an eruption. While craters generally have a round shape and large perimeter, each volcano has a distinct crater in terms of size and shape. Some volcanoes even have multiple craters, especially those with secondary cones. These secondary cones often lead to the formation of a crater known as a lateral crater. Eruptive column. The eruptive column is a vertical column composed of gases and pyroclastic materials that are forcefully expelled from a volcano. It can be observed rising above the main crater and lateral craters. The intense pressure propelling these gases can cause the column to reach heights of several kilometers. Typically, the eruptive column becomes visible shortly before the volcano starts to erupt. And going back to the question we asked you earlier, have you thought it through? The correct answer is A. Volcanoes commonly form along the boundaries of tectonic plates. The terms magma and lava are often used interchangeably, but they have distinct meanings in the field of volcanology. So, let's explore these two forms of molten rock and discover how they differ. What is magma? Magma is a molten rock found deep inside the earth. It's a blend of liquid substances, volatile compounds, and solid particles resulting from smelting. Defining its exact composition is challenging due to factors like temperature, pressure, and minerals. Generally, there are two types, mafic magma and felsic magma, each with different mineral contents. As magma cools, it solidifies into igneous rocks. Plutonic or intrusive rocks form when magma crystallizes within the earth, while volcanic or effusive rocks develop when it solidifies on the earth's surface. Magma is stored inside the volcano in a structure called magma chamber, the deepest part of volcanoes. Detecting the depth of magma is tricky, but known magma chambers are typically between 1 and 10 kilometers deep. When magma rises through a conduit or chimney from the magma chamber, a volcanic eruption occurs. What is lava? Lava is the magma that reaches the Earth's surface during a volcanic eruption, forming lava flows. In other words, it's what we witness in volcanic eruptions. Unlike magma, lava is exposed to atmospheric pressure, releasing gases present in it and ambient temperature, causing rapid cooling and the creation of volcanic or effusive rocks. But before we continue, let us put you to the test. What temperature can the magma reach? 800 degrees Celsius, 1000 degrees Celsius, 1200 degrees Celsius. Differences between magma and lava. If you've reached this point, you likely already noticed a distinction between magma and lava. Let's summarize their main differences to clear any doubts. So, remember these aspects whenever you wonder if it's magma or lava. Magma is located below the Earth's surface, while lava is magma that has reached the surface. To begin with, the most significant difference between magma and lava lies in their location. Magma is molten rock beneath the Earth's surface, whereas lava is magma that has ascended and reached the Earth's surface. Lava is subject to atmospheric pressure and ambient temperature, whereas magma is not. Another key difference is their exposure to specific factors. Lava is exposed to conditions typical of the Earth's surface, like atmospheric pressure and ambient temperature. In contrast, magma, being below the Earth's surface, remains shielded from these factors. Magma gives rise to plutonic or intrusive rocks, whereas lava is responsible for the formation of volcanic or effusive rocks. Lastly, another important aspect to consider is the formation of rocks. Magma cools slowly and deeply, leading to the creation of plutonic or intrusive rocks. On the other hand, lava cools quickly on the surface, giving rise to volcanic or effusive rocks. As for the question we asked you before, have you thought it through? The correct answer is C. Magma can reach temperatures of up to 1200 degrees Celsius. Throughout our exploration of volcanoes, we've delved into their formation, anatomy, and the fiery forces that drive them. Now, let's uncover the 5 most dangerous volcanoes on our planet.
In short, we can say that volcanic eruptions depend mainly on the internal activity of the planet. This way, we can find active volcanoes and inactive volcanoes. Clearly, the most dangerous volcanoes on the planet will be the active ones, since they are most likely to produce magma eruptions and therefore damage the nearby environment. However, this does not mean that inactive volcanoes are exempt from this possibility. In fact, after a volcano remains inactive for a long time, its eruptions tend to be more spectacular, since they are carried out with a greater amount of magma and for a longer amount of time. Before starting with the list of the 5 most dangerous volcanoes in the world, we're going to give you a fun fact about the volcano that has caused the most victims in history, while being one of the most unknown volcanoes in the world. This volcano is located in the northern part of the island of Sumbawa, Indonesia. Its name is El Tambora. In 1815, it erupted, causing more than 70,000 victims. It was recorded as the largest volcanic eruption in history. Now, let's start with our top 5 most dangerous volcanoes in the world. Popocatépetl. Located in Mexico, this volcano is one of the more than 20 volcanoes distributed throughout the Aztec area. However, the Popocatépetl stands out for its strong seismic presence, as it's located between several active tectonic plates. In the month of March 2020, more than 100 exhalations have been recorded, accompanied by water vapor, volcanic gases, and light amounts of ash. The volcano is one of the most monitored in the world and is also one of the most dangerous, given that it threatens more than 26 million people. Vesuvius. Apart from being the well-known Artie Buccio restaurant, Vesuvius is also a classic when it comes to active volcanoes. In fact, it's famous for being responsible for burying the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum in 79 AD. This volcano is located on the Italian coast, very close to the city of Naples. It's considered a resting volcano, which can be more dangerous than if it were active, since scientists claim that a volcano that erupts after a long time has even greater destructive potential. Etna. Etna is the largest active volcano in Europe. It's located on the island of Sicily, Italy, in the Mediterranean Sea. Apart from being known for where Hephaestus and the Cyclops made the rays of Zeus, this volcano is known for its eruption in 1669, where it reached the city of Catania. In 1992, it had another devastating eruption that affected large areas of the island, but thankfully this time it did not reach the city. Nyiragongo. Now we make a leap to the African continent, specifically to the Democratic Republic of Congo. This volcano is one of the most active volcanoes today, given that it has erupted more than 50 times in the past 150 years. In 1977, the eruption of the volcano caused several dozen deaths, and in 2002, the last time it erupted, there were a total of 45 deaths. Merapi. This volcano is located in Indonesia and is one of the most active volcanoes on the entire planet. Volcanologists have calculated that its activity causes it to erupt approximately every 10 years. In 2006, an eruption killed thousands of people living in its vicinity, and in 2010, it erupted again from its southeast slope and caused a total of 272 deaths.
Well, this concludes our exploration of volcanoes with the Daily Eco. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Until next time.